Hey friends, Alex Fisher here. If you've been struggling with early extension and just poor contact at impact, stick around. I'm going to show you how to get away from doing that, but also how to create a little bit more shaft lean at impact that's going to make your shots more consistent. Okay, so let's get to it. So what is early extension? Well, early extension is actually really common. It's an issue where your lower body starts to work towards the golf ball as you're coming into impact and you lose your spine angle. Typically that happens because we're not rotating through the ball in a correct fashion. That's why, again, one of my big things is to not keep your head down throughout the golf swing, because it paralyzes the body's ability to rotate. So what a lot of times you'll see when we're getting into our swing here and we come back, as we come into impact, that lower body comes into where our hands need to go. We lose that spine angle and our weight drives towards our toe on our left foot. So what can we do to really work on early extension, get away from it and create a little bit more shaft lean through impact? So what I want you to do is think about your right hand and your right wrist for a second. If I go ahead and set up to this ball here, as I take the golf club back, I'm going to create this hinge in my wrist as I go back. But as I come into impact, I need to maintain this wedge that I've created between the handle and my forearm here. And if I don't, what's going to happen is I'm going to come into impact and I'm going to have no shaft lean whatsoever. You end up flipping at it. Total disaster when it comes to what happens at impact. So in order for us to maintain this wrist hinge as I'm coming into impact, I need to make sure that my left hip opens up. And so when I do that, it allows me to stay in my posture better and I avoid that early extension where my lower body gets into the way. So what I want you to do is just make some small swings to start off with, just with your right hand. Notice this handle here and where your grip is. And as we take the golf club back, we want to create this little hinge. From there, if I don't rotate, I'm going to end up releasing that club and early extending. So what I want to do is I want to hold that angle coming into impact, create that shaft lean, really focus on dragging that club through impact and then holding my finish like so. And so I'm going to make a few swings just like this where we're going to go ahead and create that wrist hinge, rotate as I come through. And then what I want you to do is go ahead and start off just some small swings. Hinge that club early, hold that angle with that right wrist, rotate as we're coming through like so, and then just go ahead and start to hit some small shots. Go ahead and preset that wrist early, and then from there rotate going forward, hold that angle as we come through. If you do that, what's going to happen is you're going to come into impact and you're going to be able to hold that wrist really well, and that's going to force your body to have to rotate better through impact. So it's a great drill to avoid that early extension. We can create that wrist hinge, hold that angle, rotate our body coming forward like so. It'll force your body to have to rotate if you're going to maintain that wrist angle on your right side. I guarantee if you try that drill, it's a great warm-up drill to get your session started. You're going to find that early extension starts to go away and the consistency with your shots definitely improves. Thanks again for checking out this tip, and make sure you check out some of my other videos on my YouTube channel.